In the bottom left, playing as Lytra in the teal, we have Mastro up against Spotyus playing Zawan in the orange. So
And we're doing that like as one of the last few games, but it was one of the first played and submitted.
yes, yeah, this is a month and a half old as far as replay goes. So the
Yeah.
pretty early days of the game, but we're seeing the correct opening. We're both commanders at least, you know, gonna go rush that lumber mill, not let their opponent
Yeah.
yoink. And yeah, swords are moving into the right places, getting the captures done.
Yeah, so like a new thing I would do now is like Ras Dragon probably on this map. I really like the Dragon Ras. Space Run did it against me with great success. He just dominated the opening with it. I think it's probably optimal. But that was after this game, so I'm not doing Dragon Ras in this one.
How do
And
you feel about holding forest for an extra turn? We saw Spotyus cut down 2. Do you think it's better to wait for 3?
Spotyus did it to get the night timing specifically, and I
Okay.
haven't calced if this night timing at this exact moment is critical. So I'm just going for the safe bet of just holding out for the maximum efficiency.
Yeah, makes sense.
Anyway, is that one going for
Hits
that
on the village.
village?
Yeah, it doesn't knock it down, but
Whereas
wants groove, so
I went for the other hill, so I can't attack that village immediately. I will go for the further up village, I guess, instead.
yeah, and pretty early golem coming out from you here. You're able to hold off an opponent's commander, especially if it's not full health. That one's just gonna keep hitting this village.
Yeah, but if I remember correctly, I just wanted to, go Knight Golem, scare off someone a bit.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense. Like there isn't a lot of expensive stuff to back up your commander. Like, it's actually even pretty hard to do. Ooh, interesting night crit coming out there.
Yeah, I wanted to free up their units because he was attacking that village. Ooh, and I made a mistake here.
Okay, so commander goes in.
So I misclicked the knight. I wanted to hit from the other tile, from like the left of the village instead of bottom. But because I misclicked and hit from bottom, the air trooper was in range of the knight, which meant that I needed to shield it with swords, which meant that I lost all my swords.
Ooh, yeah, that's a lot of
So
damage.
that's rough. I'm starting to like fall seriously behind here.
Yeah, although I guess like the defense on the left hand side is still really strong, so definitely not a game yet, but yeah, that is a rough way to lose a lot of units, even if they're just swords.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna come up and get a kill. Gonna see Knight get a kill. So yeah, you know, a bunch of decent kills in return.
And that was pretty brave.
Ooh, yeah. But I guess this opens up the Knight to be able to hit something?
Yeah, but
Enemy Knight, okay.
but like the archers there defend the situation pretty well. And I wanted to go deep and like maybe kill both the archer and the harpy or something with a groove. But that 2 health sword stopped me from that. You see that 2 health sword there? It
Yeah.
was blocking the critical square. Also, maybe I die if I go there. But, you know.
Yeah.
And wisely, Zawan is retreating because, Golem, Dragon.
Yeah, that is not something you want to fight without tier 2. Because, yeah, vines will do damage, but it's a lot of units getting sacrificed on the retreat as well.
Yeah, so both of us played our CO sides pretty poorly. We lost a lot of units who went a bit too far in and got our supporting units crippled. Luckily, neither player lost CO, so the game is still going.
Yeah, ooh, these archers are just going for some chip right now.
3 damage, right?
Yeah, it leaves them quite vulnerable. I guess you don't want to run in and hit with Lytra, so...
And here I think, like, I underestimated the range of tier 2, but I got lucky. Spotyus told me if Lytra was like one square further to the left or to the or up, he would have had enough range to trap me with vines, leading to a death. I didn't think about it at all because I was like Wargroove 1 brained. I didn't think like 8 range, I was thinking 5 range.
Right.
But no, with tier 2 you get 8 range, so no, I almost immediately died there, but I got lucky.
That is, oh yeah, that definitely, in the November replays especially, we're going to see a lot of people just underestimating things like that. It's not even necessarily like a skill issue or anything, it's just like, there's a knowledge gap right there. And all those
And a
vines,
bunch of damage.
yeah, those vines do so much damage just from moving. Because you see the first turn, it's like, oh, you know, like I take some chip damage on a bunch of units, it's not the end of the world, and then the vines just continue to move around
My
and kill
golem
stuff.
is at 5, and I don't think it got hit by units
Yeah.
almost at all.
Yeah, it's just vine damage chipping away at it.
Yep.
Ooh, Lytra goes in, you're gonna hit those archers. I think that's a kill. Yeah. Groove again, so that's pretty spooky, and even the mage actually going forwards hits the sword.
I think I needed to do that to guarantee survival. I don't remember for sure.
That does make a lot of sense, because yeah, I think that sword could potentially have suicided, so...
I mean, now it can suicide for sure, but for very little damage.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And yeah, I think Spotyus is just like, I'm not going to go for any kind of fancy lethal attempts here, I'm just going to go for damage. Makes a lot of sense, and that goes down. Air Trooper slowly chipping away at that gate. I think that's the second time it's hit it while it's on like no health. Spotyus is just going to continue to smack these units. All the vines are gone now, so...
And when I saw that, I thought that this was like way too far. Like he dies here for sure. But I think I don't kill him this turn. I think there's no lethal this turn. Which is weird.
Yeah, I mean the terrain is a little bit awkward. And there's like double mage behind him and a thing in the forest above, so that's like kind of difficult to clear. Especially, yeah, like both the dragon and the golem are injured, so...
That was a big heal.
That was a huge heal. That was probably the most gold effective heal I've seen in Wargroove 2 so far.
Yeah. Dragon, Golem, and Knight, yeah. And Zawan survives, but not at the best health.
Now we see... Ooh, I don't know about hitting Lytra with the Knight here. Oh, it's a crit, never mind.
Yep, I'm gonna need to run back and heal.
Yep, I was like, oh, you know, you could groove, but no, like, Knight crit definitely changes that equation. It's gonna continue to hit the gate for 1 damage at a time.
And you can see a Knight crit is aimed at the forest, where I would want to place Lytra to flip the Harpy on a village to kill it. So I probably can't do that.
Okay, this is a bit spooky. You've got Greenfinger next to a road.
Yeah, I heal there instead of using Groove on the Harpy. Oh, well, I had the mage too. Forgot about that.
Okay, but not gonna see a kill on Greenfinger just yet.
Oh yeah, I was calculating to find the kill here, but I didn't find it. I think there wasn't any way to outright kill that one. Probably there was a better trap than what I did.
Oh, I mean, that's a pretty good trap, to be fair. Like, I don't think the knight dies.
The sword dies,
Oh, the
but he
sword
needs to
dies.
give up the maids.
Yeah, and it's not like they're running away to do a tier 2 or anything, so... Forces a
He
tier
does-
1.
Yeah. Was I able to kill the maids though after this? Because if I'm not, then it's fine for him. And my units die again on that side.
Yeah, there's a lot of commanders pushing and being on their own afterwards.
Yeah.
A fairly scrappy game overall, but... Lytra,
And
kinda-
actually, here, because the edge of the map is where it is, I couldn't get the Lytra groove I wanted. That's what, I don't remember exactly what it was. But, oh, I get the maids. Okay, that's nice. But I had a Lytra groove in mind, and I wasn't able to do it because the edge of the map doesn't allow you to Lytra Groove 2 range if it would reach the edge of the map,
Okay.
if I remember correctly from the game.
And some nice play here from Spotyus, putting stuff next to the village so you can't get grooved.
Yep.
And yeah, just retreats with green fingers, just like, you know what, like I don't want to die this turn, so I'm not going to.
Oh, this turn, yeah, that's when it was actually not. It might have been last turn too, but this turn especially.
Right, yeah, you can see why. Oh, that's interesting then. Yeah, Lytra's big weakness is the edge of the map.
I mean, it's not that big of a weakness, but it's something you should have in mind, probably.
Yeah. Okay, we're seeing a lot of pressure coming out here. Is this the stronghold dead? No, very close, but...
Yep.
And this is, of course, from the period of time where...
There is double reason, yeah?
Yep. Double regen still in play. I don't know if there's enough here to keep it alive from being hit on one side, though. And of course, Spotyus is just like, well, now I need to play offense as well. And try and do as much damage to the stuff that can hit my strongholds.
Yeah, but I think even through the region, yeah.
Yeah,
it
Mage Hill
does.
comes in. Stronghold goes down, so a nice 2-kill lethal with... Even with the bug, a lot of people have fallen to that bug, but...
Yeah, I knew about the bug at that point. I didn't know that Dragon was gonna be enough. I didn't remember the exact damages, but like Dragon could probably open the way for the Golem, and then the Golem would have been enough for sure, even with the bug. But Dragon with the heal was exactly enough. So
Okay. Well, we're gonna go into the next game. I think we've got like 2 more
oh
from
wait,
November, so...
give me a second. There's a funny thing about this game. We actually got the dumb bug on this game, which didn't
Okay.
allow us to continue playing. So what we actually did, because both of us liked that game, it was still like it was around the midpoint where both CEOs lost all their surrounding units on both sides and then were running away. Around that point, the game bugged for me and I couldn't continue playing. So we made a new game, and because there is no RNG in Wargroove 2, we repeated all our moves and got the exact same outcome,
Ah, okay.
and then continued from there. So I think that was a cool like trivia thing to mention. We
Yeah.
actually went and did that because we wanted to finish this game.
I actually have a bit of trivia as to why that bug probably happened. So, in this version of the game and the current patch, actually, if you go from one game on a map to a different game on the same map, it will save the forest state, or like terrain state, I guess you could say. So, like if you cut a certain amount of forest down on one, you go to the next one, it keeps that state in memory. And I think what we saw happen early on, especially with some of the games that bugged out, was people must have been going from game to game to game for TYM, like taking all their turns in one go. And then it was just slowly over time causing desync errors across a bunch of games. So I think that was what was causing those errors. And now we're more aware of it. It's a bit of a shame that TYM is a game mode that actually pushes people to play like that, so they go from game to game to game on the same map. But
So I guess the good news is this isn't gonna be a problem in live, most likely.
Yes, and it's also something you can deal with if you know what you're looking for. It's a bit unfortunate that you have to then exit the game entirely to take all your turns, but at least people can now play around it and we know what's causing it. So
As long as that's the only way it can happen, which maybe it isn't, and then we'll find out eventually.
we will, but it's just a little bit of trivia, I guess, as well. And if
Yep.
people are watching this deep in the future, I would question why, but also, yeah, like hopefully we never see like issues like that again, and if you're watching this, 6 months from now, like hopefully it's already been fixed. But yeah, anyway, let's go to the next game.